Got some bad news for the Bitcoin bulls. Take a look at this pattern that just popped up on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. My friends, this is called an evening star pattern. You have a big move to the upside, put in a high, higher high, a hammer / shooting star / doji candle, and then a big red candle. As of now, is engulfing the entirety of, well, not the entirety of this green one, but the entirety of the wick to the downside and the entirety of the open of that last green candle we had. This does signal continuation or a reversal from a bull trend to now a downtrend. We'll see. Key level 90.2K for Bitcoin, currently trading at 90.8K. Where will the price take us? Is Bitcoin going to see a relief rally? If it does, it has to happen at 90.2K, guys. If we lose that level, chances are, or like I said during the morning show, we might make a couple pit stops here and there. But chances are we're going down to 87.5. 87.6. That was our last big consolidation. You can see here, right, more or less, 87.6 was where we're at. We saw that big move, increasing volume, and now we're seeing the same thing, but to the downside for BTC. And so I am currently looking to scalp shorts, whereas about a week ago, I was looking to scalp longs, right? We moved the markets. 4-hour clear downtrend if you swap over to Heikinashi. Right, we've been in a downtrend since 12 a.m. this morning at the close. Confirmed downtrend, as you can see, no upper wicks on the 4-hour. Let's check the 2-hour. 2-hour continuation. You see these big spikes in volume on the moves down. Excuse me. This is a nice relief rally. We did put in the high. We cleared it, but we just gave it all back up. Let's check the 1-hour. I was trying to find a potential scalp opportunity here. I do expect some sort of a relief rally here for Bitcoin. I do expect it to cross above 91K in the short term. If it does, I think I am going to be shorting it. It's also where our moving average sits here on Bitunix. 91,158 is where Bitcoin's, I think this is a 9-day MA. Yeah, 9-day moving average. And so I know, Brandon, earlier in the morning show, you were talking about looking to scalp a long.
Yeah.
Are you still in that wheelhouse of trying to scalp a long, or this price action we've seen over the last maybe 10, 15 minutes, has that kind of shifted your bias?
No, I'm still long on it. Actually, I just got a change of character right now to go long. I'm just gonna wait for my fair value gap, my first fair value gap, obviously after my change of character right here. But I just really don't think that it has anywhere else to go after, unless it shoots all the way down to, I don't know, if we go up to the 30-minute, this resistance right here, or this support right here, our next low to go down to is 89.2. And so if it is to push below 90K, I think that we do go to 89.2, but that's if it goes below 90K. And then if it goes below that low, then we're all the way back down at 88. So just from what I'm seeing from my perspective and this support level that I've marked out, we've had wicks to the downside. This is up on the 30-minute time frame. We've had wicks to the downside. We've had stuff similar to what's going on right now happen recently, and we've gotten a push right back out. Like, for instance, earlier on the show, I was talking about this move right here. This is a 2.5% move right here. To that move right there. And then we consolidated a little bit, came down, made some market structure, and went back up. And if we're to measure that move from the bottom to the top of where we peaked at, that's a 4% move right there. And we haven't made any type of lower low than this area since we pushed through it and started going into more of a bullish trend. I've been bullish since, obviously, like David was talking about last week. Obviously, I was very bearish prior to the new year. And we do see price action like this usually in the new year. But from what I'm seeing right now, the consolidation in these zones, all of that kind of stuff is just prime to show me it's a bullish trend, in my opinion, especially because I trade on these super low time frames. I'm obviously looking for some type of bullish trend. So right now, this right here is my fair value gap. This is my confirmation to the upside for my trading strategy. And then we have our long. We would set up our long. We want to give ourselves some room to work. So I would probably put this at the wick low of this candle right here at about 97.90. And then target, I mean, we can target this high or we can target this high, which is a 3-to-1. So you could put your TP at 407.5. So that's probably what I would target. This is a 3-to-1 trade, which is really not bad at all. I mean that gets you good profits. So for me personally, I'm still bullish on this. And if I'm completely wrong, then me and David are, I mean, we haven't really been on the same team lately, David.
We have not.
We've been.
I actually just got a limit order in here on a short.
I need to put mine in right now.
So I am targeting just above this moving average, and my stop loss is above the wick of this candle here. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. Stop loss is just above the wick here and kind of right at where price opened / closed here on the last 3 trading candles. This is on the 15-minute time frame on Bitunix. If you guys are looking for a great exchange with deep liquidity and great rewards, Bitunix is definitely what I would recommend. You guys know I'm showing you all my trades. This is the platform I trade on. I've used other platforms, but I've always run into liquidity issues. I remember I was in a BitTensor trade one time. It's like a $60,000 trade with leverage, and I had to take profit like 4 different orders. I'm like, what is going on here? And this is a top 50 project. I think it was top 30 at the time. And so to me, that was unacceptable. And so I'm having to have that issue with Bitunix. And so hoping to get tapped in here on this trade. If we do take an L, it'll be a tiny, pretty small one. But our TP is set down to 90.4K, right? If this plays out like I think it is, we're gonna take out this low, just like we took out this low here, just like we took out this low here, just like we took out this low here. Then we're in the same thing and put in a lower low. And of course, you guys know I'm very nimble with my trades. If the trade does get tapped in and we kind of peak the price action and it's starting to reverse, or we're starting to see a massive spike in volume or open interest on a green candle, then I'll go ahead and move my TP up or stop loss up or down. But as of right now, these are my levels. If you want to follow the trade, feel free to do so. I feel fairly confident. I could be very wrong. That's why we have a tight stop loss. We'll take our L and move on if we have to, but I don't expect to do that. I expect to make money on this trade. So we'll see what happens with price. Let's take a look at the crypto bubbles. Everything is in the red today outside of Midnight, Tron, and Near Protocol. Virtual's down 4.8%. Dash down 5.8%. Mantle, Ondo, Rain, Uniswap, Tau also taking a little bit of a breather. I say 90 point. Oh, I was like, why is it 90? Okay. So you can see here, I mean, just like almost perfectly tap that MA, right? Don't be surprised if we come back up as we're kind of making our way back above 91K again. I'm just going to move my limit order down a little bit to 91,112. Keeping the TP and our stop loss at the same levels. 91,258 for our stop loss. TP 90.421. But we take a look at a virtuals chart here. Or excuse me, a BitTensor chart. BitTensor was on a really nice rally and seeing a little bit of a pullback. Well, when I say a little bit of a pullback, I mean a lot of bit of a pullback. And I told you guys the level to kind of double fist along here on BitTensor is 259, 260. That is your 50% fib retracement level on the move from this 218 level to the high of 300. And so if we do get more downside and we see BitTensor hit these levels, I am very interested in a limit long order at the 260 level, expecting BitTensor to bounce. Also, what do we have here, guys? We have a beautiful, I mean, just a picture perfect cup and handle pattern here, right? Should play out like so, chop sideways, see some relief rally, get rejected at that 236 level at 280, come down, ideally settle in at our 50% fib level, break above, rejection at 236 again, retest this handle, and then we're off to the races. This measured move, let's go ahead and measure it from top to bottom, right? We measure the depth of the cup, take it to the breakout of the handle, assuming that's where it stops. 350 is your target. That is a 30% move, and looks like we did get tapped in on our trade.
I have not gotten tapped in.
But I got tapped in on a short.
I'm looking to get tapped in on a.
Looks like 91,116. No, excuse me, 91,112.5 is where we got tapped in. I'm actually going to drag the stop loss up. We're going to cover the two. We're going to cover these 3 wicks here. So stop loss currently at 91,319. TP still at 90.4K. Let's go back to a Bitcoin chart and let's see on the shorter time frames if we're seeing any confirmation bias. Zoom out to the 1 hour. 1 hour seeing a little bit of increased volume. 30-minute, seeing a lot of these yellow X's, which signifies manipulation in the markets. Double green dot here on the 15-minute with a bounce in RSI. I am eyeing this RSI level of 33. If we cross that, then maybe we do get stopped out. But I do expect this thing to roll over. Also, what you do have here as well, as long as this volume bar, there's about 6 minutes left. As long as it doesn't surpass the previous one, I think we're fine. We're also heading into a high volume area here on the 15-minute time frame for Bitcoin. We consolidated there. We chopped sideways. It held as support. On the way down, we attempted to retake it, and it was resistance. That is 91,202. So expecting some sort of rejection there. If not, we blow through it. We're probably going to run up to a 91.8. That is where a VWAP mid-band sits. And also some confluence, high volume area, plus your VWAP lower band is at the same level, 91.2. And so, yeah, currently a very tinily in the green here on our Bitcoin trade, not by much, by $8 and $12 and counting. So, yeah, I got tapped in on my trade. We'll see if you get tapped in on yours. Yeah. Maybe we can both make money, but I'm definitely
my trade is actually, I mean, from what I'm seeing right now, like just with the confluences I use, I mean, obviously I need it to come down and tap me in. So right now I'm looking at my RSI. If I just expand this a little bit for you guys to see right here, this is getting to the top end of the RSI at that 70 level where you guys usually look to say, oh, it's overbought, it's overbought. So it actually tapped it perfectly to where it didn't say it was overbought, but it's now pushing down. And so if we can see it, I think if we see it go down on this 1 minute time frame, I think it'll tap its midpoint. Like I talk about all the time, I use the RSI midpoint more than I use the RSI 70-30 level. I think if we can see that midpoint get tapped, I think I'll get tapped into my trade and it'll move back up and I'll be able to, so it just gives me a little bit more confirmation in my head. Obviously David's is different than mine, but that's a very good possibility that I could get tapped in and move back up to the upside. I'm also a little more cautious on this trade. As I said earlier, I'm only taking a 3-to-1, which is still a decent amount, but usually I would take a 4-to-1 or a 5-to-1. But just with the fact of how Bitcoin's been moving lately, I'm just more cautious in the amount of trade that I'm risking. So hopefully we can see this come down and tap in and push right back out and make some market structure. And then hopefully that doesn't stop David out and then he can get it to push back down. So we can both make some money today.
We'll see. Can we take a look at a Solana chart? What are you seeing on Solana?
On Solana, right, if I was to be trading Solana right now, so if you guys were me and we got to change a character, but we did not get a fair value gap. I mean, we did, but it's already invalidated. So if I was to be trading this, I got to it a little late, right? If I was to be trading this, it's an invalidated fair value gap right here. So this would be the midpoint of the fair value gap where I would have gotten tapped in at. So right now I would just be looking to see where it's going to go. It hasn't gone down to its regular area of support, which is way low. And it actually, like I said if you guys would have made this trade that I talked about the other day on the show, I told you guys at this point right here, at this bottom right here, we were going to have at 136.18, it was going to tap it and we were going to move out. And so we ended up tapping that 136.18 level and we pushed right back out up to where I told you guys to take profits at around 143.15. And it only took, I think it was only like a 12-hour trade if you guys were swing trading that. But it ended up hitting and it pushed right back out of this area of resistance right here. So for me personally, it's coming into its area of its usual area of resistance, or at least since the new year, which is right here in anywhere from let's see what this is at. 134.65 to 133.31. So anywhere in that area, it's coming down to that level. It tapped it once, and it looks like we're getting a bullish push out of it. This is up on the 30-minute, and then obviously I don't trade the 30-minute very often, but when I do, it usually goes pretty well. I have pretty high confluence in it. So right now I'm just looking to reverse this and have it push back up even into this level, or maybe have it come to like the midpoint of this level between this resistance and this resistance right here.
All right, snuffleupagus.
What's that mean?
Sniffleupagus.
What's that?
You've been sniffling.
Oh,
You good?
yeah, I'm great.
Party last night, or
No, I didn't party.
feeling sick?
No, I drove back from California. My brother.
We can't hear you because you moved away.
Yeah, I drove back from California. My brother had a basketball game last night. So
Oh, did they win?
no,
They got
They did.
smacked.
smacked.
Nice.
Absolutely smacked.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice.
Props to my brother though.
Why props if they got smacked?
Well,
Why
he
are
played
you
well.
giving him a participation trophy, bro?
I ain't giving him a participation trophy.
That's what you just did.
No, listen. He played well.
Oh,
yes.
but the team lost.
When he was in the game, he played well.
But the team lost.
I'm not worried about the team.
What do you mean? It's a team sport. Of course you got to worry about the team, bro.
My brother's not the whole team.
Exactly. So his team lost.
He doesn't get all that much minutes. So when he gets minutes, he plays well with those minutes.
Fair enough.
So I say, good job, brother. And then when he does do bad, I say, hey, dude, why are you dive bombing into the paint every time you get to handle the ball?
Lies. I've
Doing that.
heard what you say when he does a bad job.
Right. Okay.
You tell him he
exactly.
sucks, and
I don't give him very much props all the time, right? So if he did good if I'm giving him props right now, that means that he's getting
I'm just
props.
kidding. All right. I do want to take a peek at Render. Render's been running. Is there room to make money still on Render? Let's take a peek at that chart right there. Render popped the bony. Look at that. This is on the 15-minute time frame. Let's check the day. Why are you so laughy, Gina? Man, this was
Do you hear yourself?
I do, I think. I hear you too, though. So, pretty sharp rollover here on RSI on the daily on Render, but this is exactly what you want to see in a rally. Increasing volume, non-existent / tiny wicks to the downside on these daily candles. We are seeing a little bit of a spinning top at the top here, but this move, guys, took out some very important highs. Took out this batch of highs here, and obviously lows. And now kind of in a weird, fucked up cup and handle pattern. This is like a slanted handle pattern.
Dude, that's 5 in the jar.
What?
That's 5 in the jar, dude.
5 what?
We're not cussing in 2026.
Bro, shut
dude.
your dumb ass up.
I'm serious, dude. That's $5 in the jar, dude.
Wow, okay. Yeah, show me
Freaking,
where's the jar?
I think you meant freaking.
No, where's the jar?
Right here.
Yeah, throw it on the ground and smash that stupid ass jar.
Whoa! Okay, dude, that's 10 cents.
Shut up. Okay, so let's go ahead and you're an idiot. Let's go ahead and draw our fib here for Render. Let's see where we can spot a potential settling. Right now we're getting some bounce at the 236, which is $2.27. You guys know I like the 50. The 50 is $1.92. Let's go ahead and drop a horizontal and see what has happened on the 50% Fibonacci level for Render, going all the way back to October of 2023. Consolidation, consolidation, resistance, 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 consolidation, support. More recently, support, support, and broke above. So expect also some not a high vol. Well, this is a high volume area. High volume area for Render. A lot of trading happened at $1.94, $1.93.2. So expect a bounce there. But Render's been on a roll. This could very well be just a tiny breather before we see this thing run again. Curious what the week looks like. Week looks good too. Look at that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 5. One weekly candle engulfed 5 of the previous week candles, guys. That is a trend change for Render. How much upside does it have? If you are going to get into any sort of trade or a hold and you're looking to take profit, target that 374 level. 60-cent move to the upside. And so that would be an absolutely solid trade. But I would say wait for that pullback to see where price settles in. Let's keep these levels and look at the 8-hour. 8 hours shows us a little bit of a bull flag pattern playing out that might see a breakout right now. Right? This bull flag, if we measure it from $1.29 up, again, that 50% fib level would be where invalidation happens. It's nowhere near that. In fact, it's starting to see a bid at, again, $2.67. Curious to see what that price level does. If we see a push back out and take out this high here, I mean, guys, we're talking about getting close to that $3 range, above $3. We've cleared this high volume area. We've tapped it and gotten rejected. And so for render, for me at least, I'm in a wait and see mode here, as it looks like Bitcoin is starting to push back up. Let's see.
Bad because I didn't get tapped in yet.
You did not get tapped in yet. Okay.
No. But if it reaches above my 3/4 level, I'm just going to take the limit order away, because and then it's prime for it to just turn around and go smack my limit order and then smack my stop loss right after. So we'll see what happens right here. We're not to my 3/4 yet. I'll just drop a little horizontal right here. This is where my 3/4 is at. So if it pushes above 91,286.7, then I'm out. Or I'll take my limit order off, and this is before I get tapped in. So that's just how I'm going to manage this trade.
Awesome.
Personally.
Yeah, looking at the 8-hour, Red X on the 8-hour, which, I mean, if you look, Red X here kind of had a green candle next day, Red X, green candle. Let's see, I'm trying to find other instances where we've caught a Red X on market side for a Red X kind of consolidation, but followed by a green candle. And so we'll see what happens. This was a Red X on a green candle that saw a massive dump. That's on the 8-hour. Let's go down to the 6. Let's go down to the 4.
Increased volume, it looks like. I mean, never mind.
On the pullbacks?
Yeah. I was tripping.
Yeah, I mean,
I was tripping. Yeah, earlier there was.
We'll see. And this candle may very well flip green. I mean, we're not too far off. Open was 91,203. And we're working our way up there now. And if it does, this will be turned into a green volume bar. And now you're talking about, retesting this volume bar here, although there's not much time. There's about 10 minutes left on this 2-hour candle. 1 hour looks like might be printing I think this is a bearish harami or a bullish harami. I forget. I get those confused. Unless we close above 91,211, this would be an engulfing. If we don't, then this would be, I believe, a bearish harami. Someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. This is a bearish harami or a bullish harami candle pattern, if you do follow those. And so, yeah, we'll see. 90.2K, guys. I've said this. 90.2K. What will Bitcoin's price do? That is where I have my TP level at.
This is going to be really frustrating if
Why?
it goes up and if it smacks my TP and then it doesn't tap me in.
Ah.
Well, it wouldn't be frustrating. It would just be like, well, I knew what the market was going to do, so I'm smart. But
yeah. I think a big level 2 here, just looking at this chart, is 91.5. If we do take 91.5, you've taken out highs, and now you're kind of starting to change the structure of this chart to a little more bullish. And so, right, taking out those highs. So again, wait and see mode here on BTC. Let's go down. Let me look at the 15-minute here.
I mean, it's printing bearish or bullish right now.
Yeah, but volume is falling. That's my concern, right?
Yeah.
Right. The move up, yeah, we've had 3 consecutive green candles, but the volume is falling on these moves. And so, 224. Okay, we got a big shot up there on Bitcoin.
And it's a lot. It's way above its 70 RSI right now.
Oh, it is on what time frame?
The 1 minute.
Okay.
It's at 74 now, overbought, and last time it did that was when that big dump happened from, around whatever this time is, 13, I don't know what military time it is, 13:52, but
152.
yeah, there you go.
Snackadelic Harambe, not Harambe, Harami. Let me show you guys. Bearish Harami. Okay, so yeah, it would be a. This is a bearish harami. No, this is a bearish harami. Green candle, and then and this the reason harami in Japanese means pregnant, and this looks like, you know, the green candle is. What are you laughing at, bro? Green candle is like the person, and then this is the belly. So that's where they get the name from. So in fact, this would be a bullish harami. What time frame was I on? Was I on the 2 hour? No, the 8 hour. I don't know. Whatever time frame I was on, I was talking about some haramis. Now it looks like we're getting engulfing here on BTC. We'll see where it closes. But oh no, it would be a bearish harami. No, I am so far there.
Yeah, let's just get it off the haramis.
No more pregnant people. Pregnant people, you're great because you bring babies into the world, but I can't. You got to stop talking about you with this harami stuff. And so, yeah. Brennan, can you take a look at an XRP chart for me?
I can.
Thank you.
All right. So XRP actually has
That
been.
looks like a massive inverse head and shoulders.
Yeah, it does. Right.
Or
here.
an Adam and Eve pattern.
Yeah, this is. I mean, if you were saying head and shoulders, I mean, let me get my little drawer out. We do this every time. I don't know where it is. Shoot. Oh, it's right here. All right, here we go.
Just add it to your favorites, bro.
I know I need to. This would be your head and shoulders. This would be your head and left shoulder, right shoulder. But XRP has been in like I don't know. Every time I check XRP, because I trade XRP often, but every time I end up checking it, it's doing something by itself. A lot of the times you'll see XRP follow like Solana and follow Bitcoin super heavily and almost look. Okay, is the keyboard broken?
No.
Okay, and almost do the exact same thing as those two. But earlier today, I think there was this move right here. Bitcoin and Solana were in a bullish or a bearish trend, and this was going bullish by itself. So this project, like in my head specifically, has been just moving and doing really its own thing a little bit recently. Obviously, you're seeing that bullish move up from Bitcoin and Solana right now, and it's following in suit. But there's been a lot of times where, or recently, where I've seen it do, or since the new year at least, where it's been doing its own thing. So right now, obviously we have a change of character right here. Trend line to change of character, and we pushed through and we got a fair value gap. And if we were to be getting into this trade right here, we would be tapped on this fair value gap right here, and then we could probably push out if we gave ourselves enough room to work. So that's how I would trade this right now. If you guys were to trade this, like if I were to get in this trade, obviously I'm in a Bitcoin trade, so I'm not going to make this trade right now. But if you guys are not in a trade and you want to be in one, this is the room. I mean, I would give myself about that much room to work with, and then I would target. My first target would be these highs right here, which is a 2.5% move. And if you wanted to get it to like a 3 or 4, you could target this high right here, which is a 4 to 1 RR is what it would be. And then if you guys really want to be risky with it, you can target this a strong high up here and this is a 5 to 1 move. And you can also start your stuff down here at like a 3, and then trail your stop loss and move your TP up. So right now you would have already been tapped in. So just move this over and boom. So you'd be moving out. So if you wanted to get into this trade right here, let me just get it precise for you guys, just so you guys can see. You would be in at this area right here at 2.1951. Your TP, if you wanted to do a 3 to 1, would be at 2.2108, and your stop would be at 2.1899. And this is on the 1 minute time frame. Obviously, your stop loss is going to be tight, and this is really low time frame scalping. So be ready to lose more than you win, but you got to make sure that your wins are way bigger than your losses. So that's why we do the 3 to 1, so that when you lose your one in the 3 to 1, or when you make 2 big trades that are 5 to 1s and you lose 2 trades after that or 4 trades after that, you're still sitting at 10 to 4, and so you're up in money. So I'm just
looking at the Bitcoin chart. I might be getting invalidated here on my short. I'm just objectively looking, and I showed you guys on the daily time frame the evening star. Well, I present to you the morning star. This is a morning star pattern, at the bottom of a downtrend. And this typically is a reversal signal, right?
Yeah.
Big move down, doji, spinning top, whatever you want to call it, and then a big green candle. My only thing is the volume. Like, we need to get volume behind this move. Let's take a look at the daily. Did we see volume behind the move? We're seeing volume behind the move. We're not seeing volume on the 30-minute. And so we'll see. This candle closes in 2 minutes. I might just take an L and look to reverse my position to a long, depending on where this thing closes. Because again, we'll see. We'll see if it closes above this VWAP, 91,189. That is where the price is, or if we get some debauchery towards the end of this candle, which is again 2 minutes left, and we start seeing this thing just drop all the way down and close below 91,063. Then at that point, then, you know, that Morningstar becomes a, I was trying to do a really funny joke, but I just.
Yeah, I lost it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right. I wanted to talk about some AI plays. Let me go ahead and pull up an AI chart here. Let's take a look at, I want to take a look at Tibber.
At what?
Tibber.
Oh.
Tibber. David. 19.14. There we go. Let's go to the daily. This is the #1 virtuals ecosystem play in terms of market cap. Okay? In terms of market cap, and for very good reason. There's a lot of talk and hype about this being a stealth launch by Ribbit Capital. If Ribbit Capital comes out and announces that, yes, this is our project, this is what it's doing, it's there's signs everywhere. I'm not going to go to that rabbit hole, but you're going to see this thing take out these highs and run it up to maybe 70 cents, 75 cents, currently sitting at 19 cents. So like a 4x from where it is now. But that's contingent on whether that's going to happen or not. If it doesn't happen, I still think this thing has potential, right? That's in the KYA space, right? Know your agent. And so just like, you know your customer, know your agent. And so on this one, daily, seeing a little bit of a pullback, potential cup and handle pattern here, or excuse me, inverse head and shoulder, or excuse me, regular head and shoulders here on the 4 hour, 1 hour. And so if you're looking to scalp this thing or maybe buy spot and sell, you're getting a lot of wicks up to that 23-cent region. This is when virtuals was running. But I'm just looking at the 30-minute. Nothing really jumps out at me. If you guys want a solid entry on this project, let's go ahead and draw our Fibonacci retracements. We're currently below our 50% fib. And on this chart, it looks like the better play would be to wait for your gold pocket. Look at what happens at the gold pocket here on the daily. Wicks, rejection, wick, rejection, wick, rejection. We blow through it, create a volume gap. And on the way down, 17.8 to 18.2 cents is where I would be eyeing Tibber if you want to get in. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just stop myself out of the trade. I think this thing is reversing on BTC, and so I'll take my I'll lick my wounds and I'll move on to the next trade. Maybe it'll be reversing into a Bitcoin trade, but I'll take a little bit of an L here. My TPs or my stop loss is at 291, 241, and
I took
so
the limit order off of my trade.
You took it off?
Yeah, I took the limit order out. I got to the point where it's just too high. Like right now, I mean, it just tapped my 3/4 level. So there's no reason for me to stay in this, because if it reverses and goes all the way back down to where I wanted my entry at, it could easily just shoot right down and be in a bearish territory and come smack my stop loss. So I'm out of this trade right now. We'll just go ahead and take it off of there. But if you I'll be looking to get another change of character with another, obviously, nice trend line eventually. So we'll see what happens. And I'm still bullish on everything that's going on with Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, that Morningstar played out. It did. Even though we didn't get the volume, the Morningstar played out. And so invalidation happened. We moved our stop loss down, and we got stopped out of the trade, and we cut our losses. That's all I got. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Cool. All right, we're done for the day. Thank you all very much. Come back tomorrow. We love you.